Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, Bashem Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who do rule well, teach this truth in all honesty and sincerity, and diligence. And salutations to you brothers around the four corners of the earth that push this truth in all honesty and sincerity as well. I'm just going to get into a quick lesson on the recompense of our enemies, and that is that's a righteous thing, because a lot of times men have complained about the enemies being over us or oppressing us, and I'm gonna get this in Job 30 and verse 1. But now they that are younger than I have me in derision, because these Edomites are younger than us. They are the elder brother, but they are a young nation, the youngest nation. I have me in derision, and that derision just means to be mocking them and to be talking shit. And that Popeye shit, everybody acting a fool, all these Israelites acting fools over chicken, man. You know, it was the same way in the wilderness when they was acting like that over that quail. You know, after leaving Egypt. Jerry Rice got a chicken wing helmet. You got a face mask with chicken wing in it. Like how niggery can you be, man? But anyway, but now they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose father I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock. So Job wouldn't even want them to be around his dogs, man. Cause these Edomites, man, they pop animals. They do all kind of vile shit. They the border of wickedness. Yea, whereto might the strength of their hands profit me, in whom old age was perished. Job was complaining about his enemies being over him, and it's the same way now. Our enemies are over us, making a mockery, got us in derision, you know. And the 2/3 of our people, they fall for these traps, man. Every time they fall for this shit. I'm gonna continue on. For want and famine they were solitary, flying into the wilderness in former times, desolate and waste. We pushed them into the Caucasus Mountains, cause everybody was sick of their shit, and they got the Israelites along with some other nations chased Esau into the mountains. It's because they were just vile people, man, who cut up mallows by the bush and juniper root for their meat. They were driven forth from among men. They cry after them as after a thief, to dwell in the cliffs of the valleys, in the caves of the earth, and in the rocks among the bushes. They betrayed under the nettles. They were gathered together. They were children of fools, yea, children of base men. That means the lowest of men. They were viler than the earth. So they was some wicked ass people. As you can see, all the stuff about Esau is coming out, man. These people is vile, they trifling, they nasty, you know, they evil, and you can't trust them. With that being read, I'm gonna jump to 2 Thessalonians. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 1 and verse 6. Seeing it is a righteous thing with Yahweh to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you, and to you who are troubled, rest with us when the Lord Yahweh shall be revealed from heaven with his mighty angels in flaming fire, taking vengeance on them that know not Yahweh, and that obey not the gospel of our Lord Yahweh Mashiach, who shall be punished with everlasting destruction from the presence of the Lord and from the glory of his power. And those are going to be those chariots that everybody is seeing, and everybody's calling UFOs, they're IFOs. Identified flying objects. Those are the chariots of the Lord. Angels are riding in those, and they just showing themselves because they showing what was, that they basically pre-gaming. They pre-gaming. Cause they gonna wreak havoc on you devils, man, and you 2/3, man. Let me hop to Psalms 55. This is Psalms 55 and 15. Let death seize upon them, and let them go down quick into hell, or, in a bad place, bad estate. For wickedness is in their dwellings, and among them. As for me, I will call upon Yahweh, and the Lord shall save me. This is David complaining about his enemies, and he said, let death seize upon them, and let them go down quick into hell, and that means the grave, So he was calling for the most High to kill his enemies, that trouble him, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Go back a bit. 27. This is Psalms chapter 27 and verse 1. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? Definitely not Esau, man. Scripture tell you to fear not those that can kill the body, but the one who can kill the body and the soul. Roughly paraphrasing. The Lord is my strength of my life. Of who shall I be afraid? When the wicked, even my enemy and my foes, came up on me to eat up my flesh, they stumbled and fell. Though an host should encamp against me, my heart shall not fear. Though war should rise against me, in this will I be confident. Because Jacob trouble is it's really popping off, man. It's about to be full-fledged, man. And don't be afraid, of what you see around you, man. Keep believing and keep trusting in the Lord, that his will gonna be done. However his movie is, just take that. Just take that, and just trust in him that he will hear your supplication. Through war should rise against me, in this will I be confident. One thing have I desire of the Lord, that will I seek after, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to behold the beauty of the Lord, and to inquire in his temple. For in the time of trouble he shall hide me in his pavilion. In the secret of his tabernacle shall he hide me. He shall set me up upon a rock. And the scripture also tells you that the Lord's name is a strong tower, you know, to which run to in a time of trouble, you know, because you know Esau, he's mad. The cat's out the bag. Everybody knows that he's a devil. He don't have nowhere to turn. He's pissed the fuck off, and you can see it from these low-level Edomites all the way these elite. They shaking in their boots too, man. You know. Let me get Psalms 109. This is Psalms 109, and verse 1. Hold not thy peace, O Yahweh, of my praise, for the mouth of the wicked and the mouth of the deceitful are open against me. They have spoken against me with a lying tongue. They compassed me about also with swords of hatred, and fought against me without a cause. For my love they are my adversaries, but I give myself unto prayer. And they have rewarded me evil for good, and betrayed for my love, and hatred, Salakia, and hatred for my love. Set thou a wicked man over him, and let Satan stand at his right hand. When he shall be judged, let him be condemned, and let his prayer become sin. So this is another prayer that David is praying about his enemies. And that show you that you pray, man. Prayer, man. You know, pray to the Lord. And the angels will relay the message. You know, if it's you know, that's the will. Oh wow, right there. This is Romans 12 and 17. Recompense to no man evil for evil. Provide things honest in the sight of all men. If it be possible, as much as lieth in you, live peaceably with all men. So we're not supposed to be carnal and try to take things in our own hand. That's why David was praying to the Most High for him to fix it. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath, for it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord. Therefore, if thy enemy hunger, feed him. If he thirst, give him drink. For in so doing thou shalt heap coals of fire upon his head. Be not overcome of evil, but overcome evil with good. And this is talking about kindred. Like, we not gonna be catering to Esau and shit. If we see him out homeless and all that, he just a two-time fucking loser. We're not gonna be. This is talking about your kinsmen, you know. But the point that I wanted to make was uh, in verse 19. Vengeance is mine; I will repay, said the Lord. So that's what we waiting on. That's what the saints are waiting on, you know. And I'm gonna end it with 2 Corinthians, chapter 10 and verse 4. I'm gonna start at verse 3, Salakia. For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Yahweh to the pulling down of strongholds, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of Yahweh, and bringing into captivity every thought to obedience of Yahweh Shah. And I hope this was an edifying lesson. With that, I'm going to say Shalom and a Baba Ball.